Hi everyone, welcome to Vin's workshop. Today we practice on factoring trinomial by diamond form, which also can be called as AC method. So first of all, let's talk about factoring trinomial with a leading coefficient of 1. So what is the trinomial? Trinomial basically is three terms. Like in example 1, you have x squared plus 5x plus 4. You have one term, two term, three terms. One term, two term, three terms. But the special of this form is the power. As you see, you have x to the second power, x to the first power, and then constant. Y to the second power, y to the first power, and then constant. So anytime when you see this form, we're gonna factor it by the diamond form. Okay. So what is the diamond form? We will talk about that in the next couple minutes. Before we talk about how to solve it by diamond form, so why this one called the leading coefficient of 1? So leading coefficient, first of all, coefficient is the number in front of the variable, like 5 is a coefficient, or without number, which means is 1 in front of that variable. So that the reason why it's called the leading coefficient of 1. So you have the leading number is 1 in front of variable. So here how we solve this one by a diamond form. First of all, I draw an x. Okay. Draw an x, and we take the first number, multiply with the last one. So we have 1 times 4 give me 4 on the top. The middle number will be fill in at the bottom, so which is 5. My next step is find a pair of number with multiply give me 4 and add give me 5. Let me write here. Multiply is 4 and add is 5. Okay, so a pair of number multiply give me 4 would be a factor of 4. So let's write this one down. So we have 4, and list out all the pair multiply give me 4. We have 1, 4. We have 2 and 2. Okay, so add up give me 4. So I will write on this side is the sum, but we also have the difference. Okay. Sum and difference. Sum, you add them. So 1 plus 4 give me 5. 2 plus 2 give me 4. And if you subtract them, you will see 3 and 0. So which one give you, which pair give you the number match with the bottom? As you see, this one give you 5, they add up give you 5. So my pair for that diamond form is 1, 4. So I will fill in here 1, 4. Okay, I just fixed the number to make it more clear. So we have 1, 4 is the pair of the diamond form. So my next step is, let me rewrite the problem first. 1x squared, or I don't even need to write 1x squared. So just x squared plus 5x plus 4. And we see that they add up give me 5, so which means I can rewrite this problem as I bring down x squared, bring down the x squared. Positive 5x will be break down as positive 1x is come from the diamond form plus 4x, and bring down my next term is 4 plus 4. So I just did is replace 5x by 1x plus 4x, which still give me 5x. Okay, that is the concept we have to do. We break down 5, give you two terms, 1 and 4, and my next step is grouping 2 by 2. We grouping first 2 term and last 2 term. So question is, what is the common factor of first 2 term? So we have x is the common factor, so I'm gonna factor out the x. Give me with x plus 1. And what is the common factor at last 4 term? So as you see that we have positive 4 is the common. Then leave me inside with x plus, you factor out 4, you will still have 1 inside. so that when you distribute 4, 4 times x is 4x, and 4 times 1 give you 4. If you leave blank right here, you won't get back to 4x plus 4. Okay. So anytime you factor something completely outside, replace it by 1. So we just factor out x, factor out 4, and you see that we have x plus 1 and x plus 1 in common on both sides, which means we keep going, factor them out. So it's give me x plus 1, stay outside, time with left inside with x plus 4. Okay. We factor x plus 1 out, give you x plus 4 left. If you don't see this step, you can go back to the video talk about factor out the greatest common factor. We already practiced a lot in this step, so watch that one. Will help you do this step much easier. Okay, so we already have some idea about factoring trinomial by the diamond form. Let's do it one more time on this problem. So if you have an idea, go ahead, follow me, speak along with me, so that remind yourself the concept. Speak along is really a good concept for us to learn the method or learn any kind of subject you study about. So as we know, leading coefficient is 1, so this one is 1. We take first number, multiply with the last one, and give me the number on the top of the diamond form. So 1 times positive 12 give me positive 12. And the middle number is negative 7, so I will put negative 7 at the bottom of the diamond form. Negative 7. We looking for a pair with multiply give me 12 and add give me negative 7. Multiply give me 12 and add give me 7. Now we find a pair with multiply give me 12. So this pair would be a factor of 12. So we have 1 12. How about 2? 2 times what number give me 12? So which is 6. How about 3? 3 times what number give me 12? Which is 4. How about 4? So 4 times 3 give me 12. But you see we say a pair. So 3 and 4 is one pair already. 4 and 3 is the same pair. So anytime you see it repeat, would mean we already list all the possible pair for that number already. So let me back up on this step, take away 3 and 4. So the next step we have to do is find the sum of different and different. So the sum of 1 12 is 13. Well, this one is 8, 3 4 is 7, and the different of them is 11, 4, and 1. 11, 4, 1. So with pair give me the number at the bottom of the diamond form. So we have 3 and 4 is the possible pair, which give me 7. So let's plug them in and then see what we're gonna do next. So 3 and 4. 3 plus 4 give me positive 7, not negative 7, which means they both have to be negative. Now let's check it one more time. Negative 3 add negative 4 give me negative 7. Perfect. Negative 3 multiply negative 4 give me positive 12. So this is the pair we're looking for. Now the next step is, first of all, rewrite the problem. Y squared minus 7y plus 12. The next step is bring down the first and last term, break the middle term as two pair we find out in the diamond form. So we have y squared and bring down positive 12. The middle term will be replaced by negative 3y and negative 4y. Negative 3y and negative 4y. Okay, as we see that negative 3y plus negative 4y give me negative 7y, so nothing changed. The next step is grouping 2 by 2. We group first two term and last two term. What's in common at first two term? We have y in common, so I'm gonna factor out y. Leave me inside with y minus 3. What's the common factor at last two terms? So we have 4 in common for sure because 4 go into 12. And since they start with the negative, so you have to factor out the negative 4. So it left me inside with y minus 3. Let's double check on this one. Negative 4 times y give me negative 4y. Negative 4 times negative 3 give me positive 12. So that's perfect. So we're on the right track. And anytime you do the grouping 2 by 2 like we're doing right now, they always give you a like binomial. They have to stay exactly the same. If they're not the same, which means you do something wrong. So seeing they are common on both terms, we're going to factor it out one more time. So you have y minus 3. We factor it out. And then left me with y minus 4 as a 1 in the same parenthesis. And that is the answer for example 2. Self-check part. I have 4 problems for you to practice on. Go ahead, try on it. If you get stuck, go back to the example. You have 5 seconds to stop the video before the answers show up. So you have 5 seconds. Alright, I believe you have your answer already. Let's work together on this problem. So I'm gonna factor x squared plus 7x plus 10. So we're gonna do the diamond form. So draw the x. We take the first number time last, first time last. So which we have 1 times 10. 1 times 10 give me 10 on the top. And the middle number will be at the bottom, so 7. We're looking for a pair which multiply give me 10 and add give me 7. So the pair with multiply give me 10 and add give me 7. That will be a factor of 10. So we have 10 can be 1 times 10, can be 2 times 5, and that's it. So the sum of this pair is 11 and 7, and the difference of this pair is 9 and 3. So we see that 2 and 7 is the one give me 2 and 5 is the one give me 7. So I fill in here 2 and 5. So 2 plus 5 give me 7, and 2 times 5 give me 10. So my next step is rewrite the problem. X squared plus 7x plus 10. And we bring down the first term and last term and replace the 7x by 2 number we just find out, and then diamond form. So x squared plus 2x plus 5x plus 10. We do the grouping 2 by 2. So the greatest common factor in first 2 term is x. We will have x plus 2 stay inside, and the common factor up to last term is 5, so x plus 2 stay inside. As we talked about this before, when you do grouping 2 by 2, we always have the binomial alike so that I can factor out one more time. So my final answer is x plus 2 times x plus 5. And that's the answer for number 1. Now on the second problem, we do the same thing. Draw the x. First numbers times last. So 1 times 6 give me 6 on the top. And then the middle number will stay at the bottom, so it's negative 5. We're looking for a pair with multiply give me 6 and add give me negative 5. So we do the same thing. List down all the pair multiply give me 6. So we have 1 6 or 2 3. Okay, then we find the sum and the difference of each. Okay, so the sum we have 7, 5, and the difference is 5 and 1. So we have 1 6 is also give you 5, and 2 3 is also give you 5. So let's find out which one is correct. So let's say I start with 1 6. let's say 1 6 is one of my answer, so fill in 1 6. So 1 at 6 give me 7, which means I need to put a negative somewhere. So let's say I put negative at 6. So 1 at negative 6 give me negative 5. That's perfect. 1 multiply 6 is not give me positive 6. 1 multiply negative 6 give me negative 6. So which means 1 and negative 6, it doesn't work. We have to use another pair. Is maybe 2 and 3 will give me the correct answer. Let's see. So 2, I fill in 2 and 3 in this case. So 2 plus 3 give me positive 5, not negative 5. So I will put negative on both. So negative 2 at negative 3 give me negative 5. That's correct. Negative 2 times negative 3 give me positive 6. That's perfect. So that's the pair we're looking for, negative 2 and 3. Then our next step is rewrite the problem. So p squared minus 5p plus 6, bring down first and last term, p squared and 6. Replace the middle term by a pair of number we just find out in the diamond form. So negative 2p minus 3p. Okay. So again, the concept is bring down first and last and replace the middle number by the pair we find out. Then we do the grouping 2 by 2. Common factor of first two term is p. Then we still have p minus 2 inside. And the common factor as last two term, as we see, that is 3. This is 3, but since they start with negative, so you have to factor out negative 3. When we factor out the negative number, so first term is p, the second one would be 2, but you pull out the negative, you have to have the negative right here, so that negative 3 times negative 2 give me back to positive 6. And as we say before, when we do grouping 2 by 2, these binomials always alike. So we keep going, factor it out, p minus 2 times with p minus 3 left on the other group. And that's the answer for problem 2. Now on problem 3, so again, the concept repeat, first number times last number, 25. And the middle number will be fill in the bottom, so negative 10. We find a pair with multiply give me 25 and add give me 10. So let's list them out. 25, 25. So we have 1 times 25 is 25. 2 is cannot be there's no number multiply with 2 give you 25. Even 3. How about 5? 5 is 5 times 5. So that's pretty much it, because 5 times 5 is a pair. There's no 6, 7, 8, none of that. So that's two possible pair will give me 25. Now we find the sum and the difference of them. So the sum and the difference. So sum is 26 and 10, difference is 24 and 0. So as you see that we see the answer right here, which is 5 and 5. So we fill in 5 here and 5 here. 5 at 5 give me positive 10, don't give me negative 10, so which means they both have to be negative. So negative 5 times negative 5 give me positive 25, and this is correct pair. Our next step is replace. Let's rewrite the problem first. Minus 10x plus 25. Bring down first and last term. Replace the middle term by two number we just find out. So minus 5x minus 5x. Then we do grouping 2 by 2. First two term and last two term. So common factor at first two term is x. Give me x minus 5, stay inside. And common in last two terms, so you have the negative, so we have to factor the negative, negative 5 out. Then you will have x minus 5. So x minus 5 in common, so we're gonna put it in front. So x minus 5 leave me with the other parenthesis is also x minus 5. Also x minus 5. Okay. And that's the answer, but to make them look nicer, or we have to, x minus 5 times x minus 5 twice will be rewrite as x minus 5 square. When something multiply itself twice, you can write in terms of square, x minus 5 square. Okay, now example 4, I need to delete this problem first. Okay, example 4, we do exactly the same thing. Draw the x. First time last, so 6 on the top, negative 4 at the bottom. We find a pair with multiply give you 6 and add give you 4. So let's find out the factor of 6. 6 is 1, 6, and 2, 3. 3 will give you back to 2, so it's the same pair, so we don't count that. Now we find the sum and the difference. Okay, the sum 1 add 6 give me 7, 2 plus 3 give me 5, and the difference is 5 and subtract give me 1. So I'm looking for the negative 4 and none of them give me a negative 4, so this problem cannot be factored. So the answer of this one is prime. The answer of number 4 is prime, which means that you cannot factor it because there's no pair give you no pair satisfying the diamond form. So we already go over 2 examples and 4 cell check. Now I want to point out for you a really interesting fact, I believe. So as you see, let's go back to example 1. Our diamond form is 10, 7, and the pair is 2 and 5. And look at the final answer. You have that x plus 2 times x plus 5. So it looks like the answer in this form, x, something, give a plane, and then x with a plane. And this plane will be filled in by the pair, by the diamond form pair. This one is positive 2 and also positive 5. So we have x plus 2 times x plus 5 is my answer. So let's pick up that idea, move on to the second problem. So I already erased our answer on problem 2, but let's see, can we reform what it was before? So learn from the problem 1. I will have 2 plank, two binomial. It starts with the variable p. Okay, p plane time with p plane. So we fill in the plane by negative 2. We fill in the plane by negative 2 and the other plane by negative 3. So I believe this is the answer we have before. If you want, you can go back and see what is our answer, but 100% is look like this. Okay, now on this one, so we apply the same thing. So it will be x plane times x plane, and the plane will be filled in by negative 5 on both. So that will be x minus 5 squared. So what does this tell me? It tells me that if the leading coefficient is 1, also as we see every single problem the leading coefficient is 1, then I can write my answer straight from the diamond form. I don't need to go through every single step right here. So the answer straightforward come from the diamond form. So I believe this is an interesting observation we see after we solve a couple problems. So from now on, you don't have to go through this one. You can go to shortcut from diamond form straight to the answer. Okay, and again, it just works with the leading coefficient is 1. Alright, before we move on to the next section, there's 3 more examples I want to talk to you about. So let's try example 3 and see how can we solve this one. So as we know that this is also a trinomial, you have to factor by the diamond form. So make the x, take first number times last number as we know, so it's -6. And the bottom one is, the middle number is +1, so right at the bottom is +1. We're looking for a pair with multiply, give me -6, and that give me 1. So we need to find out the pair with multiply, give me 6. So we have 1, 6, we have 2, 3, and then we find the sum and difference of them. So the sum and difference. So the sum of 1, 6 is 7, 2, 3 is 5, and the difference is 5 and 1. 5 and 1. So as we see that 2 and 3 is the pair, give me the bottom number with this one. So we fill in here 2 and 3. To get +1, so we have to have -2. -2 at +3 give me +1, and -2 multiply -3, +3 give me -6. So my next step is we write a problem. So x squared plus xy minus 6y squared. The concept is bring down the first and last term, break the middle term as two number we find out in the diamond form. So we will have the following. We will have x squared minus 2xy plus 3xy and minus 6y squared. So as you see that -2xy plus 3xy give me back to +xy. Then our next step is grouping 2 by 2. Our next step is grouping first two term and last two term. So the common factor of first two term is x. So it's give me x minus 2y inside parenthesis. And the common factor at last two term is positive 3y. Then leave me inside with y minus, x minus 2y. X minus 2y. X minus 2y. And it's so many times I'm reminding you this one. Anytime we do the grouping 2 by 2, we always have a light binomial so that we can factor it out one more time. So you have x minus 2y times with x plus 3y. X plus 3y. And that is our final answer for example 3. So, but if I apply the idea we learned before, that is whatever I have from the diamond form, it should be my answer. So we will have things like this. We will have x and then plane and then time with the other x and then plane. So we fill in the plane by the pair of number in the diamond form. So we have -2 plus 3. So however, there's some problem here. X times x give me x squared, but I don't have any y in my answer right here. So we have to do is put the second variable at the end in the back after the constant, after the number. So this one will match with our final answer before. Alright, so that's a new idea. Now let's go over example 4. So in example 4 we have -x squared plus 2x plus 15. So in the previous video when we talk about factor out the greatest common factor, we learned that if your problem start with negative, we have to factor out the negative. So when I factor out the negative one, I'm gonna do a change all the sign of the terms. So the original we have -x squared will turn out as +x squared. Positive 2x, you pull out the negative, so we have -2x. And positive 15, you pull out the -1, so we have -15. Basically, we change the sign of every terms. Okay, so my next step is factor out this trinomial, the one inside parenthesis, so we can use the diamond form. So first time last give me negative 15 on the top, the middle number negative 2. So find a pair with multiply, and multiply give you negative 15 and add give you negative 2. So we will have, let's see. So we find out the pair with multiply give me 15. So we have 1, 15. 2 doesn't work. 3 times 5 give me 15. 4 doesn't work. 5 times 3 give me 15, but which means that pair repeat on the 3 and 5. So we just stop right here. Now we find the sum and difference. The sum and difference. So sum of this give me 16 and this one give me 8. The difference give me 14 and 2. We're looking for the negative 2, so it's look like 3 and 5 is the pair I'm looking for. So let's put them in the diamond form. So 3 and 5. To get negative 2, we should have the negative at the larger number. So 3 add negative 5 give me negative 2. That's worth. 3 times multiply negative 5 give me negative 15. So that is the pair we're looking for. And apply the idea we learned before. We will have negative 1 times with x plus 3 times with x minus 5. And sometimes we don't even need the negative 1 in front of it. Just put negative x plus 3 times x minus 5. Now let's go over the last example. So example 5, we have negative 3a x squared plus 9a minus 6ax. So first of all, we need to write them in descending order. So which means I'm gonna bring this negative 6ax into the middle. So we will have negative 3ax squared minus 6ax plus 9a. Okay, so our next step is find out the greatest common factor. So as we see that 3 going to 6, 3 also going to 9, so which means 3 is the greatest common factor. A is appear in every single terms, so which means A also the greatest common factor. And since our problem start with negative, so negative also the greatest common factor. So we're gonna do is pull out the negative 3a. So when I pull out the negative 3a, we will have x squared plus 2x and minus 3. Okay. Then we factor the trinomial inside of the parenthesis, like we practiced a lot of time before. Make the diamond form. So we have first number times last number. So 1 times negative 3 give me negative 3 on the top. The middle number is 2. So we find a pair with multiply give me negative 3 and add up give me 2. Then find a pair with multiply give me 3. So we just have only one pair is 1, 3. So I don't need to find the sum or differ because we have only one possible pair, possible answer. So I fill in here 1 and 3. To get 2, I need the positive 2. I need the positive sign on the larger number. So which means 1 is negative. Now let's check. Negative 1 add negative 3 give me positive 2. Negative 1 multiply positive 3 give me negative 3. So this is the pair I'm looking for. So the answer will be, we bring down the negative 3a. Okay. And the trinomial right here will be rewrite as x blank times x blank. And we fill in the blank with negative 1 and positive 3. And that is our final answer for example 5. Now in this section we will learn how to factor a general trinomial. The general trinomial would mean that you have the the leading coefficient is not 1, can be any number. Last time we practiced with the trinomial with the leading coefficient is 1. Right now in this problem we have 6. So we still factor this one by the diamond form. So go ahead and make the x. Okay, we fill in the top of the x exactly the same concept we did before. So 6 times 5 give me 30 on the top and negative 7 at the 17 at the bottom. So looking for a pair with multiply give me 30 and add give me 17. So the concepts stay exactly the same. We find out with pair multiply together give me 30. So 1 times 30 give me 30. 2 times 15 give me 30. 3 times 10 give me 30. 4 doesn't work. And how about 5 times 6 give me 30. The next one will be 6 times 5, so that is repeat of 5 and 6. So we can stop here. And next step is find out the sum and the difference. So the sum give me 31, 17, 13, 11. The difference is 29, 13, 7, and 1. So we're looking for the pair give me 17. So it look like 2 and 15 will give me 17. So we have 2 and 15 is the pair I'm looking for. So put in here 2 and 15. So 2 plus 15 give me positive 17. They don't give me negative 17. So which means that both of them have to be negative. Now let's check it one more time. Negative 2 add negative 15 give me negative 17. Negative 2 multiply negative 15 give me positive 30. So that is the pair I'm looking for. So my next step, so I keep it in general. My next step I will rewrite the problem 6x squared minus 17x plus 5. And we're going to do is bring down the first and last term and break down the middle term at two number we find out in the diamond form. So we have 6x squared minus 2x minus 15x and plus 5. Then we do the grouping 2 by 2. So my common factor as first two term is 2x, so I pull out 2x. Leave me inside with 3x, let's say 3x minus 1, and the greatest common factor of last two term is negative 5. So we will have 3x minus 1. Okay. If you don't know why is 3x minus 1, you should go back to the factor of the greatest common factor. They will give you some tip y is negative 1. So as you see that we have x plus 3 minus 1 in common. And again, anytime we do grouping 2 by 2, they always alike. So keep going, pull it outside. So we have 3x minus 1 times with 2x minus 5. So the answer is 3x minus 1 times 2x minus 5 is the final answer for example 1. Now, let's say if you use the trick we learned before, we learned in the previous example, you say that, oh, my answer will be x plane times with another x plane, and you fill in the plane by negative 2 and negative 15, then you see that the answer is not right. As you see, my final answer is 3x minus 1 times 2x minus 5. So which means that the trick we learned before, it doesn't apply for this problem. It just applies when you have the leading coefficient, the number in front of x squared is 1. Right now it's 6, which means this one no longer work on this problem. So we have another trick to go around to give you this answer. but we will talk about that one in the subject part, not right now. I need you to understand the concept and how to factor in the formal way, not the trick way. Alright, so let's go over example 2. So example 2, we have 16x squared minus 8xy plus y squared. So we do exactly the same. The diamond form is unchanged. So make the x first number times last number. So we have 16 times with no number in front of y was minus 1. So 16 times 1 is 16. The middle number negative 8. So we find a pair. Was multiply give me 16 and add give me 8. So let's break down 16. 16 is 1 times 16, 2 times 8. 3 doesn't work. 4, yes, 4 works. 4 times 4. 4 times 4, then if I do 5, 5 doesn't work. 6 not divided by 16, not divided by 6, not 7. 8, if it's 8, then it's go back to 2 and 8. So that is the 3 possible solution we can have. Now we find the sum and difference. Sum and difference. Okay, so the sum of them is 17, 10, 8. The difference is 15, 6, and 0. So which one we're looking for? We're looking for the pair give me 8. So as we see that 4 and 4 is the one give me 8. So that will be the pair I fill in the diamond form. So 4 and 4. So our first step, again, bring down the problem. 16x squared minus 8xy plus y squared. Then we bring down the first and last term. Bring this down. And break down the middle term at two number we just find out. So this will be 16x squared minus 4xy minus 4xy plus y squared. Then we're gonna do is grouping 2 by 2, first two term and last two term. So first two term, the greatest common factor is 4x. So left me inside with 4x minus y. Okay. The greatest common factor as last two term is we have negative in front of 4, so which means we have to factor out the negative. And y on both terms, so negative y is the one I'm going to pull out. So leave me inside with 4x minus y. Okay. As you see that we have 4x minus y in 4x minus y alike, so we're gonna factor it out one more time. So 4x minus y, leave me inside with 4x minus y. As you see, 4x minus y times 4x minus y twice, which means we can write in terms of square. So that will be 4x minus y squared. And that is our final answer for example 2. Okay, subject part. Now is your turn to solve the problem. To make sure to show me that did you understand the concept. If you get stuck, go back to the example. With the problem 3 and 4, you probably need to go back to the example before, example 4, 5, and 6. So everything stay exactly the same. The idea stay exactly the same. As long as you understand the concept, you will be able to solve 3 and 4 as well. So alright, spend some time, work on this. Good luck everyone. You have 5 seconds to pause the video before the answers show up. Alright, good luck. Alright, so I believe you have your answer already. So let's work on all 4 together and then see do we have the same answer or not. And by the way, I'm going to show you the trick kind of update, the method, the trick I showed you before to make it work for this one as well. Alright, so example 1. So we have to make the diamond form. So make the x. First number times last number, so give me 6 and 7. Looking for a pair with multiply, give me 6, and add up, give me 7. So factor of 6 is 1, 6, and 2, 3. We need to find the sum and the difference. So we have 7, 5, and this one, the difference give me 5 and 1. And the pair give me 7 is 1, 6. So 1, 6 is my solution. 1, 6. So make sure you check them. 1 plus 6 give me 7. 1 times 6 give me 6. That's perfect. Now we're going to do is rewrite the problem in grouping 2 by 2. 3x squared. We have space, so I need to write it smaller. Plus 7x plus 2. So we bring down the first term, replace the middle term by two number you find out in diamond form. So plus 1x and plus 6x plus 2. Then we do grouping 2 by 2, grouping first 2 and last 2. First 2 term, the common factor is x, so give us with 3x plus 1 inside. The greatest common factor as last 2 term is positive 2, so give us 3x plus 1 inside. Okay, again, the binomial always alike, so that you can factor it out one more time. If you don't have them alike, which means you did something wrong. Okay, so 3x plus 1 times x plus 2. And that's the answer for problem 1. Here, how I upgrade my trick. So the one I showed you before, we will have x blank time with x blank. Then I tell you that we fill in the number positive 1 and positive 6 in the middle. Okay, so this one, it doesn't work for for the general trinomial, because as you see we have 3x squared. With this answer you have x times x is just x squared. They don't give you 3. So here the trick we're gonna do is, this my leading coefficient, we're gonna do is divide the number only by the leading coefficient. Okay, so when you divide by the leading coefficient, see can you reduce them. So as you see that 6 divided by 3, or 3 go to 6 2 times. So my next step, so the answer for the next step is x plus 1/3 times x plus 2. Okay, right now we have fraction, and we know, I know, and actually we all don't like fraction. So I'm gonna do is get rid of this fraction by move my 3 forward right in front of x. So that will give me 3x plus 1 times with x plus 2. And this one matched with our answer before. So this trick, the way to move 3 forward, it doesn't make sense in the mathematical way, but it's a trick, so we don't take them too much about the common sense. We just learn the trick to get the answer. Let's see how can we prove this one. I would prove this by kind of a partial proving by using number. If you want the theory proof, you can I believe you can either email to me. If you're in the upper division math, then I can show you how my theory proof. Alright, so I'm gonna erase this one so I have space to do a partial proving for you. If you curious, if you don't, just move forward. Just move forward to example 2. Alright, so basically we do in here is we factor out the greatest common, we factor out 3. We factor out the leading coefficient. So I will have my 3 in front is my factor. then the term inside will be, every single term will be divided by 3. Divided by 3. Every term inside will be divided by 3. So which give me the following, which give me x squared plus 7/3 x plus 2/3. Okay, so my diamond form will change a little bit. Instead of 6 right here, right now it will be 2/3. And every term will be divided by 3. So as you see, we still have 7/3 and 2/3. The pair is unchanged. This will be one, is in the fraction form. So it's 1/3 and 6/3. So it's exactly what we have right here. So we will have the answer look like this. We have 3 times with x plus 1/3 times with x plus 6/3. Okay, and the next step is reducing. So 3 goes to 6 2 times. So we will have 3 times with x plus 1/3 times x plus 2. Then we're going to do is distribute this 3 into the parenthesis. Then we will have 3x plus 1 times with x plus 2. And they match with the answer we have before. So this one basically is partial proof. Is I prove it by the number, it's not by theory. Alright, so we see how it makes sense, and this method always works. Just only one thing concerned is moving the denominator forward to the next term, which doesn't make sense. Just remember, this method just used for factoring. You cannot use in any other math solving. It's just a trick to use factor trinomial. Alright, let's move on to the next problem. So we do the diamond form. 4 times -3 give me -12, and the middle number is 4. We need to find a pair, multiply and add. So since I do the factor and find a pair so many times, so I believe we get it now. So I just go shortcut to the answer. So the pair which work right here should be 6 and -2. 6 add -2 give me 4, and 6 times -2 give me -12. And I'm gonna apply the trick I show you. So that would give me x plus 6 times x minus 2. Then we divide by the leading coefficient. So my leading coefficient is 4. So just the number will be divided by 4. See, can we reduce them? 6 and 4, if I reduce by 2, that will give me 3 over 2. 2 over 4, if I reduce them, that give me 1/2. So my next answer will be x plus 3/2 times with x minus 1/2. Then we can do is move forward the denominator. So that will give me the final answer is let me move it over here. So 2x plus 3 times with 2x minus 1 is the final answer. Okay, let's double check on this one. 2x times 2x give me 4x squared, and 3 times -1 give me -3. So which means we're on the right track. 4x times -1 is, 2x times -1 is -2x. 3 times 2x is positive 6x, so they add up give me positive 4x. So this is the correct answer. Alright, and the next problem, we also do the diamond form. So 2 times 6 give me 12 and 7 in the bottom. So the pair which work on this one should be 4 and 3. Okay, 4 multiply 3 give me 12, and 4 add 3 give me 7. So that's the right pair. Then the next step is write down the answer. That would be x plus 4 times with x plus 3. If you did go back to example 5 and 6, you see that when we have two variables, you can fill in the second variable in the the last term in the behind the number. And the next step is divide by the leading coefficient. So leading is 2, we divide by 2 on both sides. So 4 divided by 2 is 2 times. So we will have the first group is x plus 2y. The second group you have 3y over 2, so we can move my 2 forward. So which give me 2x plus 3y. And that's the final answer for problem 3. Now example 4. So as you see that example 4 look really weird. So our first step, if you go back to example 6 before, you will see that we need to rewrite this one in descending order. So which means the highest power will go first. So negative ax cubed will be the first term. The second one is positive 2x squared y and plus 3xy squared. Okay. Then we find out the greatest common factor. So 2 doesn't go to 3 and 3 also doesn't go to 2. So with the number we don't have any greatest common factor. But how about x? We have x here, and here. So it means x is a greatest common factor. So we have x is the greatest common factor, but also the negative, because our problem starts with the negative sign. So we factor out the negative x, leave the inside with ax squared minus 2xy and plus, or it should be minus because I factor out the negative, so minus 3y squared. Okay. Then my next step is factoring the trinomial inside. So I draw the x, first number times last number. So 8 times negative 3 is negative 24. The middle term is negative 2. So find a pair, multiply and add, give me that diamond form. So let's say look like 6 and 4 is the pair which work. So 6 and 4, so it should be negative 6. Negative 6 as 4 give me negative 2, and negative 6 times 4 give me negative 24. Then let's rewrite this problem. So we have negative x. The answer will look like this. So it should be x minus 6y time with x plus 4y. Okay. And we have to divide by the leading coefficient. In this case, leading coefficient is 8. We divide by 8 on both terms. See, can we reduce this? So 6 over 8, if I reduces by, let's say reduces by 2, so we have 3 over 4. And if I reduce this one by 4, we will have 1/2. So we will have the next term look like this. We have negative x time with x minus 3/4 time with x plus 1/2. As we know, we have fractions, so I move 4 forward in front of x and also move 2 forward in front of x. So the final answer will be negative x time with 4x minus 3 time with 2x plus 1. And that is the final answer for problem 4. So I hope I give you some idea about factoring the trinomial with the leading coefficient is 1 and the general trinomial, and make sure you understand the trick and also the formal way to factor this trinomial. Hi everyone, to close today's section, I have some problems for you to work on. So go ahead, practice on them. I know that factoring trinomial is really hard concept. So if you get stuck, go back to the example. The main point is understand how to factoring the trinomial, either one the long way or the trick way. as long as you understand how to factor it. Master this one really important. Whatever math you're taking, you need to know how to factor trinomial. All right. So you have 5 seconds to pause the video and work on them. So hope that you get correct answer. All right. We will talk together after 5 seconds. All right, I believe y'all has answer. So here my answer. Hope that we all get correct answer. If you get stuck or you don't get answer, don't freak out. Just go back to the example, understand them. You will be fine. All right. As always, thank you for watching.